right, Joe. Somewhat somber moment for the sport of baseball, but I got to get your perspective on Vin Scully's passing. As a SoCal guy, what did Vin mean to you? And a former Dodger. Did you get a chance to meet Vin?
Yes, I've met Vin multiple times. Obviously, it's people are born, people die. He lived a long life. He's one of the. I wouldn't even say for sports. I think he was good for, any kind of broadcasting of anything. Like, we were talking about esports. If you were a broadcaster from, a minor league team to an esports arena to, TV shows, late night hosts, everyone knew who Vin Scully was. He had his own, he's a pioneer. Like, it wasn't that he came up with broadcasting. He put his own twist and tone on it, which, no one has ever really seen. The poetic way he would talk about the game of baseball to, when he was doing football, when he was doing basketball, out in New York when he was, a young guy. I think he did a football game first before he even did baseball. But I had a chance to meet him, and I think it was my second year in the league. I had a NLCS start against the Dodgers, and he was still the Dodgers guy. We recorded that game just because I knew that he wouldn't be doing it for much longer. So we got Vin Scully's voice, over one of my playoff starts, which is something that I'll never forget. Telling stories, local kid from Southern California, born in Anaheim. Talking about my college, went to college, UC Riverside. He went on, and it's one of those things that, my son hasn't like seen the video yet, but when he's older to understand, it's going to be one of the first games I show him, just because, Vin, he's the Hall of Fame of broadcasting, not just for the sport of baseball.
Completely agreed. And you were able to play that back after it was recorded? Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Awesome. I listened to it a bunch of times. He's a storyteller. He's one of the best storytellers. He's for broadcasting one team and being able to call the game of baseball for one specific team. 65 plus years. I think goes to say, it's hard to stick around with one team no matter what kind of job you do. And that just shows how great he was. And usually if you suck, someone comes and takes your job, but he was so good that no one could. Vin it's one of those things where you're happy to have known him and met him. Obviously, his family and friends are mourning, but I think they're happy too. He lived a great life. He brought so much to, like I said, to the Dodgers, organization I played for. And for me growing up, listening to Dodger games, it's something you don't realize until you get older, how important a person like that was and how cool of a talent he was, once in a century kind of talent, not even a generation type talent. So like I said, he's in a rest in peace, happily. You'll never forget those words, and it's pretty cool, that it's time for Dodger baseball words. And like I said, I have 3 kids, and my son threw out the first pitch at Dodger Stadium when I was there, and he was able to say it's time for Dodger baseball. So it's going to be 2 memories that I'll have forever, is him repeating Vin's words, and then the game, obviously a playoff start of him calling one of my games. So it's going to be fun.
Absolutely, and I just wanted to get your perspective on this too. Do you think, how important is the art of storytelling for our sport, for MLB, for baseball?
People make livings out of it. That's why there's books. I think it's huge. It can't be forced. It's got to be organic. It's a talent. The best comedians, the best stand-up comedians in the world are storytellers. So people that have that talent need to push it forward. I think that's why there's movies. That's why there's books. Like I said, but he was one of the first storytellers to bring it to sports, which I said that's why he's one of one. There'll never be another Vin.
A couple more for you. Just wanted to get your perspective as a former teammate, Corey Seager. What have you seen from him with these Texas Rangers, and what was it like to be a teammate of Corey?
We were locker mates, so I wish I had something bad to say about him, but great person, close friend. He's one of the best in the world at what he does. 25 plus homers as a shortstop. I think off field he's amazing. He's fun to hang around with. Our families are friends. We play video games together. But like I said, when I was in LA. We were locker mates. So it's fun to be around Siegs, and it's always good to see him. Can't wait to face him, obviously, but I was catching up with him a little bit earlier, and he likes Texas, so he's a country guy, so it makes more sense that way.
Right on. And last one for you, fun one for you. I need your personal pick for the greatest baseball movie of all time, and why?
Greatest baseball movie of all time. Ooh. I'm gonna go with. Man. This is a stumper because I don't want to go serious. I don't think. Basketball.
I like that.
Best basketball movie of all time and best baseball movie of all time.
I like that. Joe Kelly, really appreciate the time. Thank you.